In the bathroom, I tore down his motivational quotes from the mirror. The only bad workout is the one that didn't happen. The paper crumbles easily in my hand, and his earlier words cut through my mind. You'd rather see me fail than succeed without you. Standing in front of the bathroom mirror, I study my reflection. 6 months of hard work have chiseled muscle where there was once softness. The changes bring a smile to my face, not from vanity, but from pride in my dedication. Every morning, I wake at 5 a.m., lace up my running shoes, and hit the pavement before the sun rises. My discipline goes beyond fitness. In the kitchen, my cabinets now hold protein powder instead of chips, and my meal prep containers line the fridge like soldiers at attention. Laura lounges on the couch as I pack my gym bag for tomorrow's workout. Another session? She asks with a tone I can't quite place. You're really getting into this fitness thing. Though the words sound positive, her tone tells a different story. I zip my bag, trying to keep my excitement alive. The routine has had amazing effects on me, and my energy levels are soaring. I hesitate, wanting to share my enthusiasm. Why don't you join me tomorrow? We could start with some basics. Oh, please, she dismisses, waving her hand. Some of us have real responsibilities to take care of. Her words sting more than I expect. They replay in my mind while I prepare dinner, dividing out grilled chicken and vegetables. Meanwhile, Laura orders takeout again. She used to eat healthy with me, but now she intentionally chooses different meals. The kitchen is filled with an awkward silence as we exist in our separate worlds. Mine, full of planned meals and portion control. Hers, filled with spontaneous, unhealthy choices. I suppose you won't want any of my pizza, she says, a challenge lurking in her casual tone. Too many carbs for Mr. Fitness. I swallow my irritation. Yeah, you can have my dinner if you want. She snorts, her voice filled with bitterness, as she orders her meal with unnecessary force. These moments pile up, unnoticed at first. But then they become more frequent and more pointed. At a friend's birthday party, Laura practically announces to everyone, Dan's too good for cake now. He's on the road to perfection. The comment stings, but what hurts more is realizing that she's turning my personal growth into something ugly, something selfish. One evening, after I break a personal record in my workout, Laura says, I guess once you get fit and healthy, you won't have time for someone like me. Her words linger in the air like poison, contaminating everything around us. What does that mean, I ask, but she retreats to the bedroom, leaving me with nothing but confusion. The pattern continues, twisting into something darker. When I mention signing up for a local 5K, Laura responds, Oh, now that you look so good, you'll probably find someone better than me at the race. Her words drip with sarcasm. That night, I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, trying to figure out what's going on. My transformation seems to be pushing her further away, and I can't understand why. Every step forward in my journey feels like it creates more distance between us. The gap is measured not in miles, but in unspoken words and fleeting glances. My morning runs have become therapy sessions, each step raising new questions. Is she jealous? Should I slow my progress to save our relationship? These thoughts chase each other, never finding rest. The mirror no longer reflects just my physical changes. It shows a man torn between growth and guilt, between self-improvement and self-doubt. My earlier smile falters, overshadowed by the growing realization that my pursuit of health might cost me more than just calories. Her voice echoes in my mind, You'll probably find someone better. Those words carry more weight than any weight I've lifted at the gym. They speak of her insecurities, but also of a deep misunderstanding of why I'm doing this. It's not about finding someone better. It's about becoming a better version of myself. But as I stare at my reflection, I wonder if personal growth always comes with such a high price. The muscles I've built feel like armor, protecting me from her jabs, but also creating walls between us. The healthy habits I've developed now seem like battlegrounds, where every choice is under scrutiny and every success twisted into betrayal. Something has to change, but as I turn away from the mirror, I'm no longer sure what or who it will be. In the kitchen, the bathroom scale taunts me every morning. 3 more pounds this week. I step off, the cold tiles shocking my feet as I shuffle away from the numbers. My reflection catches my eye. I turn sideways, pinching the soft flesh around my middle. The difference between my body and Dan's changing physique is becoming more obvious with every passing day. In the kitchen, I watch him measure his protein powder with precision. Every movement speaks of purpose, of progress, while I remain frozen in my own stagnation. The morning light pours through the window, highlighting the definition in his arms as he mixes his pre-workout drink. Going to the gym again? My voice is higher than I mean it to be. You're really becoming quite the athlete. He beams, unaware of the turmoil inside me. The results are amazing. You should come sometime. No, I blurt out before I can soften the word. I'm busy with work. The lie tastes bitter. The truth is, I can't stand watching him excel while I stay stuck in mediocrity. The gym represents everything I'm not. Disciplined, motivated, improving. Just thinking about stepping into that world of perfectly toned bodies fills me with dread. At work, Sharon from accounting stops by my desk. Dan's looking incredible lately, she says. Whatever he's doing is working wonders. My fingers freeze over the keyboard. Sharon's tone sparks a wave of panic inside me. Of course she notices. Everyone notices. The women at his gym probably do too. My mind imagines them. Toned, fit, wearing leggings, complimenting his form, sharing protein shake recipes. He's becoming obsessed, I mutter, but Sharon's already walking away. Later that evening, Dan comes home, full of energy from his workout. A pretty brunette from his running group liked his progress photo on social media. My stomach churns as I scroll through the comments. Great transformation. Keep crushing it. Each message feels like a threat. Your running buddies seem supportive, I say, trying to sound casual, but my words come out sharper than I intend. He eagerly talks about upcoming group events, while my mind imagines his running group as a group of supermodel athletes, just waiting to steal him away. The gap between us grows wider than any marathon he could run. My attempts to reconnect fail miserably. When I suggest ordering from our favorite pizza place, he responds, I'll make my chicken and quinoa bowl instead. Our shared meals, once the foundation of our relationship, have turned into parallel dining experiences. He eats his carefully measured portions, while I devour takeout. You don't need to eat so strictly, I say one evening, watching him prepare his chicken breast. You're becoming obsessive. His eyes narrow slightly and the words hang in the air, adding another layer to the wall of confusion I've built with my own insecurities. During movie night, I notice him checking his watch, counting down the minutes until his next workout. My hand rests on his arm, but his muscles feel foreign now, transformed into something I don't recognize. If you really loved me, you'd spend more time with me, I whisper, hating the neediness in my voice. He sighs, trying to explain the importance of his routine, but all I hear is abandonment, and all I see is rejection. Each protein shake mixed, each early morning alarm set, pulls him further away from the man who used to share midnight snacks and lazy Sundays with me. My sabotage has become subtle warfare. I leave cookies on the counter, suggest skipping workouts, make plans during his gym time. Each small victory brings a moment of satisfaction, followed by a wave of shame, but I can't stop. These petty victories seem like my only remaining power in our changing dynamic. The mirror reveals my greatest fear. I'm becoming the before picture in his transformation story, while he becomes someone new. I remain stagnant, increasingly irrelevant in his pursuit of perfection. The thought sends me spiraling into late-night binges, which only widen the distance between us. His success highlights my failures. His dedication casts a shadow over my complacency. His transformation threatens everything familiar about our relationship, leaving me desperately clinging to fragments of our past, while he strides confidently toward a future where I might not belong. The tipping point comes one quiet Sunday morning. Laura stands in the kitchen doorway, arms crossed, watching me pack my post-workout smoothie ingredients. Her silence is louder than any accusation. Skip the gym today, she says, her voice sweet but venomous. Let's binge-watch movies. It's been so long. My hands freeze over the blender. 6 months of bottled-up frustrations bubble to the surface. The protein powder container thuds against the counter with more force than needed, threatening to spill. We need to talk about this, I say, my voice calm, surprising even myself. Your passive-aggressive comments, the constant undermining, it needs to end. Laura raises an eyebrow. Undermining because I want to spend time with my boyfriend? No, I turn fully toward her, because you're trying to ruin everything I've worked for. The words rush out like water pouring from a broken dam. Her remarks about my meals, the guilt trips about the gym, making plans when I'm working out. Oh, excuse me for existing outside your precious routine, she mocks. Her laugh is empty. I forgot. Your transformation is more important than our relationship. I gesture between us. Right there. You twist everything into an attack. My focus on health isn't a betrayal. She backs up, her posture stiff. Your health, please? This obsession isn't about health, it's about becoming someone else. Someone better. The question lingers sharply in the air. Better than what? Better than me, she cracks. Better than the life we built, better than everything we had. The sting of her words is like rubbing alcohol on an open wound. I press my palms to the cool counter, grounding myself. I'm not trying to be better than you, I'm trying to be better than I was. Same difference, she waves it off. Every protein shake, every workout, they're stepping stones away from me. You could come with me? The words sound weak, even to me. We could do this together. Oh, right, because I'm not good enough as I am, she fires back. Her eyes flare. I should change to meet your new standards? That's not. I stop, exhaling slowly. You're spinning this into something it's not. My journey isn't about leaving you behind, it's about growing. Growing apart, you mean, she says, retreating to the living room, creating distance to match the emotional gulf between us. You've changed, Dan. You don't care about me anymore. The accusation hits like a punch. I care enough to be honest with you now. Your jealousy is poisoning us. Jealousy? She laughs bitterly. You're the one pushing me away by taking care of yourself, setting goals, and achieving them. My voice rises despite my best effort to remain calm. You've turned my self-improvement into a weapon against our relationship. Our relationship? She spins toward me. What relationship? You spend more time with your gym buddies than with me. You care more about macros than memories. The silence stretches between us like a taut rubber band ready to snap. In that moment, I see it clearly. Two people on opposite banks of an unbridgeable river. Every attempt to close the gap only highlights how far apart we've grown. You're right about one thing, I say quietly. I've changed. But instead of supporting me, you've tried to pull me back to who I used to be. The version of me you could control. Her face drains of color. Control? Is that what you think this is? The realization comes as I speak. You'd rather see me fail than succeed without you. The truth of it hangs heavily in the air. Laura's eyes shimmer with unshed tears, but her expression hardens into something unrecognizable.
If that's what you think of me, she says, each word precise and cutting, maybe I'm not good enough for you anymore. The words echo with her earlier accusations, but this time I hear it differently, not as manipulation, but as an admission, as an end. My fingernails dig into my palms as I stare through the window, watching Dan load his gym bag into his car. He moves with the fluid grace of someone who has completely embraced their body, someone I no longer recognize. The morning sun highlights the sharp angles of his jaw and the definition in his shoulders. A stranger wearing my boyfriend's face. If that's what you think of me, I say again to the empty room, mimicking my last words to him. They settle into the silence like dust after an explosion. My reflection in the window shows a woman standing her ground, not the villain in his transformation story. The phone buzzes with messages from our mutual friends, messages concerned about him. They've chosen his side without hearing mine. In their eyes, I'm the jealous girlfriend who couldn't handle his success. I hover over the messages before swiping them away. They wouldn't understand. Inside his discarded protein shaker, remnants of green powder cling to the plastic like evidence at a crime scene. I toss it into the trash with a satisfying thunk. His voice echoes in my mind. Your jealousy is poisoning us. A bitter laugh escapes my lips. Jealousy. He's twisted everything, painted me as the antagonist in his journey of self-actualization. On the kitchen counter, his measuring cups and food scale sit like remnants of his obsession, each tool a reminder of how he chose to leave me behind. In the bathroom, I tear down his motivational quotes from the mirror. The only bad workout is the one that didn't happen. The paper crumples easily in my hand. His earlier words cut through my thoughts. You'd rather see me fail than succeed without you. Wrong. So wrong. I wanted the man who shared midnight pizzas and lazy Sundays, the one who chose us over some idealized version of himself. His transformation became an altar where he sacrificed our relationship, one protein shake at a time. My phone buzzes again, a message from a mutual friend. Laura, he's really hurting. Maybe if you supported his goals. I type my response before I can stop myself. He changed. He forgot about us. I'm not perfect enough for his new life. The words light up my screen, bold and unapologetic. Like me. The old Laura might have softened, might have wondered if she could have done more. But this new version, the one he created with his rejection, stands firm. In our bedroom, his drawer is half empty. Workout clothes are missing. I run my fingers over the remaining t-shirts, remembering how he used to wear them before they became too loose for his new physique. Each discarded shirt marks his progression away from me. You've changed, Dan, I whisper to the empty drawer. You became someone else and expected me to applaud as you erased our history. The afternoon light slants through the windows, casting shadows across the living room. His voice plays in my mind. I'm trying to become better. Better than I was. Better than our late-night conversations. Better than our imperfect, beautiful mess of a life. I pour myself a glass of wine, savoring the freedom of not counting calories or macros. The red liquid catches the light, deep and unapologetic, just like this new version of me. The one who refuses to be collateral damage in someone else's transformation story.